Now that it's over, I can finally unfollow and block y'all. Drowning of the teammates. Did it publicly. All of a sudden deciding her back's hurting. End of the Angel Reese era in Chicago. And many of them are leaving if Angel leaves. If Angel's gone in 2026, you won't be seeing anyone.
The Chicago Sky's season-ending post wasn't just a thank you, it was a grenade. When they wrote, "See y'all in 2026," fans went wild, not with love, but with anger.
And now we have, as you know, when the season's over, teams put out social media posts thanking everybody, our city, our fans, our family. Thank you for being our heartbeat all season long. See y'all in 2026. Telling them we'll see you in 2026. The Angel Reese fans did not take kindly to this post.
Angel Reese loyalists felt betrayed, and now they're saying if she walks, they walk too. Imagine losing 95% of your fan base overnight just because of one social media caption. Is this the beginning of a rebuild? Or the end of the Chicago Sky as we know it? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video.
Misses the rest of the season after the Chicago Sky gave her what, in my opinion, was an extremely weak half a game suspension right there. Angel is right up front in this, right there. Oh, but there's Courtney Vandersloot right there. They thought she was going to play. She didn't play. Again, back injury.
How can a single caption split an entire fan base? That's the crazy part about this whole thing. The Chicago Sky thought they were wrapping up their season with a simple message, but instead they may have cracked open a deeper problem. Their post read, "See y'all in 2026," and within minutes it felt less like a farewell and more like a slap in the face. Fans weren't taking it as appreciation. They were taking it as dismissal. And the loudest voices were Angel Reese supporters, people who already had concerns building up for months.
It wasn't the season we wanted, but we saw a lot of improvement from Angel and Camilla. Y'all need to worry about cleaning the house. If Angel goes, no you won't, I'll be following her. I'll give Tyler another chance. So that person's like, good.
To understand why it blew up, you have to look at what's been simmering in that fan community. Angel Reese had to deal with a suspension, then injuries, and every time she was out, some fans felt like the Sky weren't managing the situation with enough care. That's important, because by the time this post hit the timeline, those emotions were still raw. So when the Sky ended their message with that phrase, it didn't feel like they were saying thanks for the support. It felt like they were saying, we'll figure things out later, with or without your star. And you can see how personal it became for some of these followers. People rushed into the comments, and it wasn't casual talk. It was direct, emotional, and honestly, threatening. One fan wrote, "If Angel leaves, you won't be seeing anyone." Another said flat out, "I'm still following this page for now."
Once Angel leaves, I'm blocking you lots. I'm still following this page. You'll see me when Angel comes back to play with her next team. Other than that, I'm gone. For now, until an official announcement on Angel's trade, then I'll bounce.
That "for now" speaks volumes. It's like they were keeping the follow button warm only until they knew for sure Reese wasn't going anywhere. It didn't stop there, though. Others made promises to activate if a trade even got rumored. And by activate, they meant full-on abandoning the team. That wasn't idle talk either. It felt organized, like people saying, we're all about to move together as one fan base if this goes down.
I only watch Sky games because of you. My viewership will follow you to your next destination, Barbie, for carrying a bum-ass team on your back with an incompetent coach and ass of a GM. If Angel ain't here, a lot of us won't be here. Improve the franchise.
This is the power of emotional investment in one player. It wasn't loyalty to Chicago. It wasn't loyalty to the Sky's tradition, their brand, or their mascot. It was loyalty to Angel Reese, 100%. Think about that for a second. When your star is the reason fans show up, watch games, and buy merch, the team isn't in control of the relationship anymore. The player is. That's what this social media mess revealed. The comments even tried to put numbers on it. Some people said flat out that 95% of the base would disappear overnight if Reese left. It's not a statistic you can prove like a poll, but that kind of confidence shows how fans viewed their own leaning. They weren't just speaking for themselves. They were speaking like they knew a whole movement was right behind them. It was an ultimatum. It wasn't just backlash or grumbling. It was a clear line in the sand. Keep Reese or lose us. And that's where the Sky faced the real problem.
So are we saying that the Chicago Sky did not have any fan base whatsoever? If you were already a fan of the Chicago Sky, are you leaving the squad because Angel drowned her teammates and now the Sky may not keep her? Probably not. If Angel goes, 95% of the fan base will too.
A team can survive angry fans, and a team can survive rebuilding years. But can it survive its entire fan community saying they're out at once? That's what was on display under that post. It wasn't about 2 words in a caption. It was about everything building up and finally coming out in the open. The fans felt ignored, and in their minds, this was the perfect moment to make sure the organization knew where they stood. Now, the big question is less about the caption itself and more about what happens next. The Sky have to decide how to move forward in a way that doesn't risk their own core support. Do they double down on their vision of long-term growth, or do they try to secure their star in order to hold the fan base together? That's the real cliffhanger here, because one misstep could send a huge chunk of their followers out the door for good. And if that happens, the Sky won't just be fighting for wins on the court, they'll be fighting to keep their entire identity alive.
She wouldn't want to come there anyway. The whole fan base is racist per her. My understanding, they could bring her back and let her sit at the end of the bench. That actually could happen. By the way, there's nothing saying the Sky is going to grant her the wish of trading her if she wants out.
The Chicago Sky aren't just facing a roster challenge. They're facing a team identity crisis. This isn't simply about whether Angel Reese stays or goes. It's about what the Sky want to represent moving forward. Do they prioritize the fans who arrive because of Reese? Or do they push forward with a rebuild plan that risks losing those same people? That's the big question. So what do you think? Should the Sky make their fans the priority? Or should the franchise think long-term? One caption showed just how fragile this balance really is, and the next move defines everything.